Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. In this episode, we've got some exciting things happening. We've got the McGram Adventure guys staying here with us as well, which is epic to catch up with them. We've got Paul and Nina from Off the Beaten Tracks, and Paul also works for Pure Water Solutions, which we'll get into that a little bit later. But right now, let's go and get started. So what I want to talk about now is the water solution systems, and it's starting to rain on me, but let's just keep going, doesn't matter. So I met Paul and Nina at the camp out. We got talking to Paul about water in vans. We got to talk about some filters take out all the good stuff and the bad stuff, but it's not really good then to drink that water and all that sort of amazing stuff. And he says, well, have a look at this, and showed us his system we were just sold. So guess what? We bit the bullet and we're putting one in our van. So to us, Donna with her autoimmune disease and different things like that we want to make sure what we've got in the van is good and gives us good drinking water, because there's nothing worse than getting sick in a van. But anyway guys, so I'm going to go and grab Paul once this rain shower passes and get him to explain about the system, how it works and what's happening. And then I'll try and show you what we do, put it in. But we've also got McGram Adventures here guys. So Ashley and Tom and their beautiful kids. And I'm hoping we'll get down the beach, take them up the sand dunes at Carlo Sandblow and show them around. So I'd love to bring you along with us and show you what we're doing. Let's go. All right guys, so I'm here with Paul, and Paul, you're going to tell us all about this reverse osmosis system.
Thanks, Greg.
No worries, tell me about it.
Very simply, reverse osmosis, it's the ultrafiltration. It removes everything out of the water, the good, the bad and the ugly.
Yeah.
And it is the worst water to actually drink, unless you remineralize it. So we supply a remineralization cartridge, which puts all the good minerals back into the water and enables the body to, absorb water and use it. Yeah,
100%. Because if you use a good filtration system, it's great to get rid of the bugs and everything, but it also removes all the good stuff as well.
Yeah. So just a standard filter will remove just the chlorine, some of the heavy metals, some of the pesticides. But a reverse osmosis system, it removes everything out of the water.
Right, okay. So we've got quite a few filters in there. I think there was nearly 6 filters.
About 6 filters,
Six filters. And then, so it does take up a little bit of room. So we've got that space and we've found a hidey hole. So after it goes all through that, we've got a dedicated drink. So just to prelim that, we've got a dedicated 85 litre drinking water tank. From that, we then are able to then put just that system through to a particular tap, because we've got the 3-way tap on our basin that allows us to do and do this system.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, to separate it. So a couple of things that for us is I've happened to have a nice little tunnel boot that's a small little pocket, which is perfect to put everything, making my filters nice and easy to get to. The best part is that, talking to Paul last night, is that you can actually pull all these filters apart and put them in different little nooks and hidey holes around the van.
Correct. Yeah,
which is
the principle still is the same. It just means we can separate the system down and put it into nooks and crannies. That makes it hard in a caravan, but it's super easy in a house where you've got a large area underneath your kitchen sink.
Yeah, no, fantastic. And the other thing is that we do have quite, was it 12 litre?
It's an 18 litre tank, but it's a 12 litre capacity.
Yep.
So with the RO system, reverse osmosis, the membrane needs to work very slowly. So it runs about 5 litres an hour.
Right.
So you can't put a glass underneath your filtered water tap and expect it to fill very quickly. So we do have a reservoir or a holding tank that over time the membrane strips everything out, stores in that tank, and when you want to use it, you simply turn your tap on and it comes out of that steel tank, which is underneath your vent.
Yeah. So we've looked at that, and again, it's like everything, when we don't have sun for a few days, we make sure we then that we can leave the drinking water pump turned on while we're out and about, and then it can top up
just fill up the tank.
Those 12 litres of drinking water. Then we can actually use those, decant them into bottles, put them in the fridge so we've got nice cold drinking water, and then it will fill up again. So again, it's not using massive amount of power. Again, some of the preconceptions I had is this is going to be, to do reverse osmosis in your van, was massive power consumption and so forth, and it's just not. And again, that was my assumption from looking at the yachting world and what those guys do as well. So we're going to go and install it, have a look at the tank. We're going to put it all nice and neat into the one little storage tank there. So we've already been under the van, sussed out where we're going to run things, and quite honestly, it looks like it's going to be quite easy and simple to put in, which is awesome. I love things being simple.
So do I.
Yeah. So we're going to go and start putting that in, and then we'll I'll show you where we're going to go and tuck it into. Let's go over and have a look.
Let's go.
Righto guys, so over here beside the van, this little tunnel boot here is where we're putting the filters right up the back, and then the tank will sit in front. But we're going to have this extra hose, so when it comes time to need to change the filters or service them at all, I can actually just unhook it all and bring it out and disconnect it out here, rather than me trying to shove all my hands and everything right back in there to disconnect it, and it being an absolute nightmare. So Paul and I have worked out where we're going to put it, how it's all going to sit. So we're really stoked about that. As you can see, we've already run some of the piping up and through the floor, which we'll silicone up through that. And then underneath the van, I'll dive down under there and show you how we've cut the line. So rather than going from the pump straight across to the tank, what we're actually doing then is we've cut it to run it forward through the filters, back, reconnect to where we had cut, so then it goes across to the tap, if that makes sense. Hope so. Anyway, I'll duck underneath and have a look. Guys, excuse all my double chins, but I'm hoping you'll be able to see that up here is where going across to the other side of the van, this line here, and again, because all the pipes are black, it's really hard to see, then that is what comes back from the filter. This, where we've got the black into the blue, that was what was originally joined to there. Now that runs forward and goes through the filters, and then it comes back here and runs across the van. So I'm hoping that that makes sense. And again, so simple to do. We are running 6 mil from the filters back, and then that we've got the enlargers to go back to the 12 mil to go forward. So all we're going to do now is put the screws in, put the filters in, and connect up the pipe there, and put the tank in, and then put the other filters in under the sink. So hopefully it's not too big a job, but I'll bring you along with us, and I'll crawl out of here and we'll start doing that. Right guys, so just thought while we're getting the van prepped and we're working out where we're running everything, I thought I'd quickly show you the unit. So what we've got that's going in that little tunnel boot is these 4 filters here. So from here, the 2 big cartridges at the bottom are the main ones that trapping and doing the settlement and stuff. Then we've got the bigger filter at the top. Now out of that, it is a 50-50. So for every litre that you create, you do lose a litre of water that is not, it's trapped all the bugs and fluoride and so forth. That is still okay for us to shower in, it's still okay for us to wash clothes in and wash dishes in, but we just don't want to drink it. So that, what we're doing is actually diverting back into our other tank, so we're not losing or wasting any water. So where I know some people go, oh, I can't lose that water, we're not losing it, it's going back in. So then when I need to top up the water from the Chevy, if we're out remote or I'm going to a park, it's exactly the same. Rather than putting the extra water in there, I'm just putting it back into the drinking water tank, but I'm knowing it's getting filtered and cleaned. Then under our sink, we've got another 2 filters going here. Now, Paul can go into great depth, and the guys can go into great depths with you about what each actual cartridge does and so forth, which they've done with us. Now, rather than me sort of getting confused or not explaining it 100%, if this sounds like something you're really interested in, please, my suggestion is give these guys a call and speak to them about what you have, because Paul's even told me that they mentioned they can be broken up and spread out around the van to make life easy with all those, you know, we know what storage is king in the vans, right? So there's all of that, and then down here, this is actually our tank that's going to fit in that tunnel boot as well. So we've got it all sorted out. We're going to run over and show you that little tunnel boot where we're putting it now, and best I can because it's quite dark, and so I'm hoping it comes up all right on film. What we've done here, guys, is we've actually left all the hoses really long, so I can actually pull the filters out to change the cartridges. I don't have to try and reach in and change the cartridges. Righto, guys, so I'm just holding the mattress up while Paul is just fixing up, and what we're doing there is the overflow of the litre of water that is the waste, which is, it's called dirty water, but it's not dirty. It's okay to wash up dishes with and have showers and so forth. that we're just changing that, putting that back into the breather line, so then that will, as it dribbles back in, it'll go back into the main big 170 litre tank right behind the drinking water tank. So we're just doing that piece now. I'm just holding the mattress up, so shifting the whole mattress out. All job done?
Done.
Job done. So now, I think what we've got to do is put the tank in, Paul, and the filters under the kitchen sink, and then the system's done. It's so easy, so that's wicked. Anyway, I'm going to get out from under this mattress because I'm sure I don't look comfortable, and it's not overly comfortable. And thanks, Paul. And then we're there we go, all good. Happy days. So now, yeah, we'll go and put the tank in. I've got to put some saddles in to strap down the holding tank, which has got a rubber bladder in it. So the pump will fill up that, and then that gives us that 12 litres of water to be able to put as drinking water. Then that slowly fills up again. But yeah, happy days. I'm excited to have some good water. Let's go. Righto, so now's the time. We're actually going to turn it on. I've just got to duck into the van and check that nothing is leaking. So we're turning the faucet on, which is here. Yep, all good. And I'm just checking, got no leaks under here. No, water's coming out of the faucet there perfectly. So that's all good. Kitchen's a mess, but yeah, no water in under here. Happy days. Righto guys, so the 4 filters are all in the tunnel boot. The tank is in the tunnel boot. The waste line is run back up into the breather, going into our front 170 litre tank. The polishing filters and everything are in the sink in the vanity. We're all done. One little thing we did extra though was we put a couple of non-return valves, and I connected to a water line that runs to the front of the van for a tap, that I can turn that on, and then when we're at a holiday park or we're camped up somewhere where we've got mains water, as soon as the mains water comes on, I can turn that tap on, and then that feeds the drinking water system through the RO system. So I don't have to use the pump and our drinking water tank everywhere. So that's a great little workaround actually, and the guy's going to draw up some schematics as well, but I'll put all their details below. But right now, I'm going to go for a walk up the sandblow with all the kiddies, come back for a barbecue, then plan is tomorrow, weather permitting, we head down to Double Island Point and chill out down the beach down there. But anyway, time to go for a walk. Right guys, so the water is all, filters are all installed. We're just running the filters, and we're venturing out the back gate now of Donna's parents' place, and we're about to go for a walk up to the Carlo Sandblow. So we've got everyone here.
Not a safe tree, so we don't come out the back.
All sorted, ready to go. And we'll go for a walk up the Sandblow. Alright, so check out, got a couple of legends here with us.
Hello.
Ashley and
I'll
Tom.
try to find them for you.
Yeah, McGram Adventures, go and check them out. I think I mentioned it before when I was talking to Tom, but we're going to try and wear out our critter. Jacob's with us, aren't you, buddy?
Hi.
Yep. And
And our 3 lilies.
little three there's a carrying the boards, walking up. So the plan is to wear out the kids at the Carlo Sandblow without wearing out the adults. And they're taking the boogie boards up there to try and ride down the sand dunes a few times. So could be some hilarious moments, but it's awesome to catch up with these guys. Check them out. I'm already getting puff walking up this hill.
Me too.
That's so unfair.
Sucking to the big ones. Anyway, let's go for a walk. All that, and then out there. And then
It is steep.
it's very steep. Don't fall backwards.
No.
All right, we're nearly there. Not much further. Keep going. You all right, brother?
I'll be able to do it if I didn't have this coughing thing.
Oh, I know. All right, nearly at the top.
Oh, we can just see our trees in that there. Kids have already run to the next sand dune where they're going to slide down.
can't sleep, but I'm hardly awake. A limbo dance, such a fine romance. Bit by bit, I am slowly waking to see what's real, to finally heal. How will I cope without your word? How will I cope without your heartbeat? How will I cope without your love? How will I cope without your word?
Alright, so everyone's had a bit of fun sandboarding and how good the sand blow look. So these guys all survived climbing up the climbing up the sand dune. But back to have a barbecue now. So we'll probably wrap up today here, and we're going to go down to Double Island Point tomorrow and hopefully have a barbecue on the beach and chill out down there for a while. So we'll bring you with us there. Alright guys, have a good night. Alright, morning guys. It's the next day. We're airing down the tyres and we're about to head down to Double Island Point. I believe the beach is pretty hard, but we're just being conscious. So I run mine down to about 35 PSI. That's for the Chevy. Yeah, just to be safe. But Tom's just been letting down his tyres as well. Morning, Tom. And yeah, we're just about to head off. So happy days. Right, so we're just down at the car park, and we just remember the guys need to get a permit to get down to Double Island Point. So unfortunately the Queensland National Parks website's not working at the moment to allow them to buy a permit. So they've just ducked up to the National Parks office and hopefully can get one up there. But we're just chilling, waiting for them down the car park. And sausages are packed, snags are packed, onions, all that sort of fun stuff, ready for a nice little picnic on the beach. But can't wait to get down there. So we finally found a spot to pull up. It's quite windy today, so we found a nice little spot where the kids can have a swim in the water behind us, and we're protected by the hill and the wind. But yeah, so everyone's just getting everything ready. Gonna maybe get the kayak down so the kids can have a bit of a paddle around and enjoy the day. So let's go.